Hello guys, welcome to Cafe at Simplify, and we are diving into our macroeconomics introduction. Yeah, these are past paper questions. Yeah, so you pay much keen attention to them. But I have something for you. It says it's gonna be hard. You can put your name, Sharoni, Raymond, anyone. It's gonna be hard, but enjoy every moment. Yeah, make sure you're not stressed to the maximum. Make sure you have room and provision to see the good in every bad. Yeah, let's dive into our questions. Says briefly explain the following theories of unemployment. Briefly explain the following theories of unemployment. The first one, the Keynesian theory, 3 marks. What is the Keynesian theory talking about? We see that the Keynesian theory attributes unemployment. We are explaining how unemployment comes in based on these theories. So Keynesian explains explains unemployment as caused by insufficient aggregate demand in the country. And according to Keynes, during economic downturns, like during the Great Depressions, or the Great Depression, which ended in 1930, 1929, 1930, 31, 32, yeah. What happens that businesses reduce production due to lower demand, which leads to layoff because wages are sticky downwards. Wages are stick downwards means they do not go down, but they rather increase. What happens is since these wages are sticky downwards, wages do not lower. Instead of lowering wages, firms lay off workers, resulting into involuntary unemployment. That is the Keynesian theory of unemployment. It attributes unemployment to insufficient aggregate demand in an economy, and according to Keynes, during economic downturns, businesses reduce production due to low demand, which leads to layoff. Wages are often sticky downwards. So instead of lowering wages, firms lay off workers, resulting to involuntary unemployment. 2. Real business cycle theory. What does the real business cycle theory state? What does it argue? What does it say? It says that unemployment results from real shocks. Real shocks means not monetary terms. Yeah. Real shocks such as technological changes, productivity shifts, changes in resource availability. So this real business cycles says that unemployment may result from, say, a resource has been used up, and if it is used up, there is no more mining anymore, people get unemployed. That is what we are calling real shocks, not monetary ones. So these changes affect productive capacity of the economy and lead to changes in labor supply and demand. Unemployment is seen as a voluntary response to temporary changes in wages and productivity. Remember, in the first Keynesian, unemployment was involuntary, but here in real business cycle, unemployment is voluntary, yeah, to temporary changes and productivity. What is market structure theory? What does it have to tell us? So market structure, like the way you hear the market, every time we talk about the market, there are always adjustments. Yeah. So to meet the demand and supply, and sometimes we learn about types of markets. We have capital markets. Yeah. So this suggests that unemployment arises from imperfections in the labor market, such as monopolies, trade unions, or government interventions or regulations. These factors can prevent wages from adjusting freely, leading to mismatches between labor supply and demand. Structural liquidities in the markets result in persistent unemployment. So we see that the market structure theory looks at the markets, the imperfections in these markets like monopolies, trade unions, because they always fix their restrictions and regulations. These factors prevent wages from adjusting freely. They are not adjusting depending on demand and supply. No. This leads to mismatches between labor supply and demand. It means people might be demanding less, and for you are supplying a lot on the market. So that means at the end you will lay off workers. Yeah, you'll not be getting income. So structural rigidity is the market result in persistent unemployment. Explain the policy implications of each theory discussed above. What are the effects? What is the outcome? 6 marks. Let's look at the Keynesian theory. Policy implication. What did Keynesian say? Unemployment arises from from unemployment arises from shortages in demand. Okay, so the implication here is that government should use fiscal and monetary policies to boost aggregate demand, e.g. through increased government spending and lowering interest rates to reduce unemployment. That is the implication. You can share with me your views or what you think we should add on. Real business cycle theory. We say that real business cycle theory views unemployment as what? Real business caused by not monetary terms, natural shocks, real shocks in the economy. So, real business cycle says government intervention is not necessary because here we've seen argues that unemployment results from real shocks such as technological productivity, changes in resource availability. So the implication here, government intervention is not necessary. The economy will self-correct. Yeah. Instead, focus on long-term policies such as improving technology because they are the ones which cause this unemployment and productivity and encouraging labor flexibility. Yeah. Patterns of work required. If they are changing, you also change the tactic. Market structure theory, we'll see that here in market, the government comes in, regulations, policies, monopolies, trade unions. So what is the implication? We see that structural reforms are needed to reduce unemployment, such as deregulating labor markets, reforming trade union practices, or reducing barriers to employment. Yeah, and that is the end of this question. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.